Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled NBA Player Says Avoid Black Women Once You're Successful. Let's get right into it.
Why do you feel like men, especially NBA players, get with the white women? Is it because they're easy, quote unquote?
I got some theories, but I really want to hear it from him.
I do too. I want to hear it too.
I honestly think that maybe they appreciate maybe more and they apologize more.
Listen, I'm scared. Hold on.
No.
Hold on.
I mean, you know.
I had an interview with
they don't mind being held accountable.
I'm so scared of this, y'all, because I had an interview with Columbus Short, and I asked him this similar question, and he said something, and I got dragged for filth. I was on Breakfast Club, I was on Shade Room, I had death threats for so long from Black women because they said I laughed when he said that. So let me not laugh. I don't have nothing to do with this.
I mean, that's what
Black.
I think.
I'm Black.
Know.
He don't know, though, because he dates Black women, period. So do not come for him, period.
You Black?
You, Paul.
No, I'm just... Like
you
look
love
like
to do this every time I say my
woman.
nigga. Thank you.
You look
Thank
like,
you, my
look
brother.
Like you could be like a lot
he
of
knows
different
I'm Black.
things.
He does this
But you know
every
you
time.
look racially ambiguous.
I do.
Come on, let's
I
be
do.
fair here.
Persian, Egyptian.
I'm Persian and
Puerto
Black.
Rican. You could be so many icons.
You could just be a normal Dominican.
Yeah, people do think I'm
You could
Dominican.
just be a normal
or like
Dominican.
That's what I'm
Colombian or
saying.
But I am Black. My father
could
is
be a
Black
lot of
and my
things.
mother is Persian.
Shit, a lot of Dominicans black and they don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, you could be
Yeah,
a
that's
lot of
true.
different things for sure.
But I'm very proud to be a Black woman because I'm Black first.
You talk like it. I ain't gonna lie. Like you sound.
I know
like,
what you is.
man,
Thank you, Rob.
When I first saw you on Instagram, I was like, damn, is she?
Yeah.
She talk like a nigga, but like, yeah, is she?
They trying all right. So now they're trying to clean this up a little bit. He said some, interesting stuff. He said white women apologize more. Okay, they're more accountable. Okay, some people say white women are more submissive. I submit to you, it's not that they're more submissive, they're more accountable, they apologize more. I submit to you that white women often, not all the time, often that we identify with come from a culture where that is the practice of the culture. Accountability is the practice of the culture. So it's not about white skin and black skin. It's more about the white popular culture that we're familiar with versus the Black popular culture that we're familiar with, right? And the Black culture that we're familiar with, we're thinking of stripper culture, right? We're thinking about gangster culture. In those environments, yeah, there's a lot of women that are more hard and they don't apologize because apologize means you're soft, you're vulnerable. Where the white popular culture that we're familiar with, right, the Ivy League culture, if you will, in that culture, people take accountability. People are, more apologetic. Now, here's the reality. A lot of white women don't come from that culture, and then a lot of Black women don't come from the culture that I described, right? Not every white girl's from Ivy League culture, not every Black girl's from hood culture. That's why the last time a person even apologized to me, a woman ever apologized to me, was a Black girl. Shout out to my friend Amira. Amira, I'm just call her name out. Amira Fair. Shout out to her. I know she probably don't mind me calling her name out, but she apologized to me, and I can't remember the last time a woman apologized to me, white or Black. Okay. Now, to the subject of do white women apologize more than Black women, I wouldn't know because I don't think a white woman has ever apologized to me either. Okay, no, wait. I think I dated a white girl in high school. She might have apologized. No, I take that back. She might have apologized. But then again, she had her father in her life. She liked her father more than her mom. So she kind of knew how to get along with me very well because she was, raised under a strong father. Which, by the way, she introduced me to her father when we were growing up. So in high school, I dated a white girl and I met her dad. Rest in peace. He passed away. I also went to his funeral. Shocking turn of events that happened later on in life. But I met him and he actually addressed me. What do you want with my daughter? He was very forthcoming. So now it's the culture that if you're going to date me, you have to meet my dad. So it was actually one of the first times I met a girl and her father in a relationship. But that's the cultural thing that was going on. So, it depends on the culture. Now, Bad Baby, right? The rapper Bad Baby, she's from more of the hood culture that I'm describing, right? And she's more from the gangster culture. I don't know if she really is or not, but that's what she wants to be. So she acts like women from that culture, and she's white. You're going to find Black girls that act like girls from white culture, and they're Black. So, choose wisely, but choose a culture your girl comes from. That's what I would say.
what would be some advice that you would give Guap as far as like dating and relationships go? Because you've been married, you have children,
like,
you don't
take
have
my
no children.
off
Yeah,
for the
No,
Pierce
like,
advice.
for the Pierce.
you know what?
The Pierce
though?
advice.
Man, it's so much harder because let me tell you, it's different now because there's so many more avenues to meet people.
True.
Like I could be on my couch and meet 100 women from my phone. Whereas I had to go out in the field and like I might meet a couple girls here and there and just be kind of focused on them. It's harder to stay focused on one right now. And that's why
That's real.
It's less marriage because of that.
Yeah.
You just said some
You
shit.
know what I'm
I be
saying?
talking about
Because
that.
the avenues is way more. I can reach a girl in London right now and be having a conversation with her. And I ain't been to London in years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
But don't
saying?
you feel like
Whereas
that's
like I gotta actually go out to meet. Got my all right, here, let me get you. All right, I'm gonna work on these 3.
not these 3?
Or whatever. I'm gonna see where this go. Whereas now you could just lose focus on it and it's harder. So my advice would just be like, man, you gotta just be kind of see what you really value as a youngster and who can just mentally stimulate you, you know, to where you come in and you chilling with her like this and it ain't about the sex and you just like, damn, we just had like a conversation. We could watch this show and I feel good around her. She made me feel good. She done made me some food, rubbed on my neck real quick and I just fell asleep and I didn't have to like feel no pressure of us doing nothing. It's just cool being around her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, damn, I was like, damn, she made you feel comfortable. You know, that's hard to find. But that's what I would say. Like when somebody just make you feel cool, you like, man, what she doing? She come over, pull up. You know, it ain't even got to be about sex. She could just chill, and I like her chilling. Them is the ones.
No,
like,
that's my lick.
You know what I'm saying?
I
She
love
cool.
that. I love that
you know
it
what I'm
just
saying?
exists around.
It just exists, and you cool as fuck, and I can have you right here, and it ain't no pressure for me to like be a certain way. You know what I'm saying? I'm just relaxing. Even if I fall asleep on you, you ain't gonna complain about nothing. You just gonna be like, oh yeah, he knocked out, he tired, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, the way I would describe it is, for me, you know, I've had a lot of experience with dating. You know, he's right. Like now, you can meet women all over the place from the comfort of your bedroom. So a lot of women don't understand that the competition for women has increased tremendously, especially for men to have value. If you're a man with value, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like pimping ain't easier than it has been easier. You know what I'm saying? It's right now. It's like because the modern day matchmakers, because back in the day, in order to meet someone that you didn't run into, you needed a matchmaker. The modern day matchmakers are all on your phone, baby. Hinge, you know, Tinder, Bumble, if you use that goofy ass app, you know, Coffee Mates Bagel, The League, like all these are at your fingertips. And so all you got to do is make one good profile, paste them on all these platforms, you know what I'm saying? Write a little good thing here, write a little good thing there, show your best feet, and get to work. Like for me, like it's kind of hard to sit and choose one girl when you have so much access to girls. And now me, you know, being famous now, and I know people like, you ain't famous. Bro, someone recognized me in public for the first time in my entire life, straight off of YouTube. I'm famous. I might be a Z-list celebrity, that's true. But if people recognize me in public now, I'm officially famous. So I'm saying that to say that now I can even date famous girls. You know what I'm saying? That's an option for me too now. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough, but this is what I would say. Like if I had to give advice to anybody, if you're going to date a girl, you're going to be with a girl that got 2 things. A girl that you could get your lust on, and a girl you could get your trust on. If I can get my lust on and I get my trust on with you, oh, you a keeper. Meaning that if you easy on the eyes and you easy to deal with, bro, keeper. And what I mean, like my lust on, I don't need an 8, 9, or 10 to get my lust on. She could be a strong 6 in the face, but an 8 in the body. Like to me, like if you don't gotta be the prettiest girl from the womb, right? Like you don't have to have the best genetics of all time. But if you got a body because you a gym girly and you've been working hard and you value your health and you value your appearance and you value being modest, like you're not a girl that you trying to wear a thong everywhere you go and you not trying to be seen because you want a bunch of attention with your body. Because I don't like those kind of gym girls. The kind of gym girls that want all the attention and, you know, they got a trail of people behind them and you know, you're just another dude. You're just another dude in their fan club. I don't like those girls. I like girls who value their health. They value their body. They see their body's a temple, so they take care of it. But they're also modest to know that it ain't for everybody's eyes. That what you got going on under there, yeah, you could get a lot of money, you could get a lot of clout from, but you ain't trying to monetize your body. I ain't with girls trying to monetize their body. Can I play with them? Yeah, I can play with them. I play with them. I done smashed corn stars, though. I'm going to keep it real with you. I know a lot of people haven't lived my life, but I'm going to tell you like this. There's some corn stars that you might even watched and whacked off to that I smashed. I'm just telling the truth. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm saying that to say that, like, I done been there, done that. And what I can tell you is get a girl you could lust on, a girl you could trust on. If I could do those two things with a girl, I'll be in a relationship. I'll be married. I'm going to keep it real with you because at the end of the day, being out here and just smashing and dashing, it loses value once you get an abundance of it. Once you've done it enough times, it's the same cycle. You see the same patterns. You go on a date with a girl. You gotta be on your best behavior. You gotta spend all this money until you eventually smash. That's a cost per nut calculation you gotta do, right? The CPN, the cost per nut. So you gotta figure, I gotta take on 1, 2, 3 dates. Each date might cost me $50, $60, $70. You add that up, that's your cost per nut. So you might be on a low end $210 to smash. Or, you know, I've had girls where I spent $800 before I smashed. You do that enough times, bro, it loses its value. I've had girls I smashed on the first night, I never spent a dime. All I spent was my time. That's true. I've done that too. I've done all this stuff. But after you do it, you realize a butthole's a butthole, a butthole's a butthole. You just see, after seeing so many buttholes from women, it loses its value. I done seen so many beautiful women bent over, you know, it just, the next time I meet a girl that looks kind of like her, I'm just like, yeah, I've been there already. I tasted that part of the rainbow already. I've been on that street already. I've been down there before. Like, that's what it turns into. So me right now, my stage, you know what I'm saying? Even though it's kind of weird that I'm at the most successful I've ever been in my life. The most clout I've ever had in my life. But because I've had so much abundance of women, I'm really drained of it. Like, it doesn't excite me no more. I'm going to keep it real with you. I don't go out looking for women. I spend more time trying to make videos for you guys to enjoy and have your laugh on and be entertaining and to cure you of your boredom than I do chasing women. I do go on dates just so I can stay sharp. Like, I went on a date with a girl the other day, and it's going really well. This girl's attractive. She's 26 years old. I know you guys know I went on a date with a 40-year-old girl. It didn't work out. Well, guess what? I went on a date with a girl who's 14 years younger. She's more submissive, more my style, more my speed, and she don't play no games. And she's a nurse. She got her bag. She got her own place. She got her own car. So she's offering something. And guess what? She's not making me chase her. It was a great day. We went on a date. Took her to lunch. You know, I didn't spend that much money. Then we went for a walk in the park. And we just connected. We vibed. And she was just straightforward with me. Like, you don't got to play games with me. She's like, you know what I'm saying? She was like, I'll text you. Let's communicate. She let me know that this is the best date she went on in a long time. She went on dates with other people that didn't work out that well. You know? And she knows I'm in the limelight. She asked me, like, do I want a girl that's going to be in the limelight? I'm like, I don't. I want a girl who's going to fall back. You know, I talk about my life, but I don't got to show it. I don't got to show you the girls I'm smashing or I talk to. I could tell you about them just from a story that you could relate to and you could understand that I've been there, done that. You know what I'm saying? I show you guys my mistakes. I show you guys my success. I show you my wins. I show you my losses just because I'm transparent. You know what I'm saying? That's the only really way to be a good coach or be a good person to get the word from. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that to say that, yeah, so I dated the older chicks that are so delusional, they think that a man's going to chase them in their 40s. And then I dated a girl who, she's at her prime, and she don't make me chase. So I could tell you, yeah, it's not worth dating an older chick. I could tell you now from experience. But before I did it, I couldn't tell you. So I'm telling you this from experience. You know, is it about a black girl or white girl thing? No, it's a cultural thing. Because the girl that I went on a date with, she's black. And she's 26. The girl that was 40, she was black. One played games, one didn't. They're both black. So are white girls better than black girls? personally, I can't get my lust on as much with a white girl as I can with a black girl. But I do admit it might be easier for me to get my trust on more with a white girl than a black girl. You know what I'm saying? All depends. It's just because of the culture they came from, right? So I be fighting with myself because I want to lust on a girl, and I know that I try to get my lust on and my trust on, and I recognize that when it comes to the lust side of things, I'm more attracted naturally to dark-skinned black women. I just find that just so more beautiful. I don't know. I know a lot of people hate on black people, blah, blah, and they hate on dark skin. I just find dark skin so beautiful. Maybe there's a bias because I'm dark skinned, but I'm going to keep it real with you. I don't think I like dark skin just because I'm dark skinned. I'm a man. I don't like men. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't just like it because I got it. You know what I'm saying? So, I think I just from everything I've seen, everywhere I've been, I just think black girls, from my personal perspective, are objectively the most attractive women in their natural state, and sometimes outside their natural state. Because sometimes they look bad as hell, even if they don't got their real hair on. I think they look better with their real hair on. That's what I'm talking about their most natural state. But, a girl have a good weave, it ain't perfect. I'm not happy about it, but, she's still, it might draw my attention more because I just like their skin. I like that skin tone. I like that, you know what I'm saying? But, you got to find what works for you, but like I said, the way I have transformed my life and experienced the height of enjoyment and feel like I've got a lot from a relationship is when I had a girl I could lust on and I could trust on. My longest relationship where I got my lust on and trust on, the trust fell apart later on, but in the beginning is with a Puerto Rican chick. I dated a Puerto Rican girl. She was bad. Everywhere I brought her, everyone was like, damn, how'd you get that? That was like my first real baddie I've ever dated. And we actually dated for 3 years. We lived together for 2 years. And, with her, what's great about her, she's from a culture where the culture tells her you got to serve your man. That your purpose in life is serving a man. She's from that culture. So I was able to trust on that even really well at first. And since she's, Puerto Rican girls, you know what I'm saying? What people like about Kim Kardashian, keep it real, I'm from the East Coast. That's some Puerto Rican girl type shit. The dark hair, the tan skin, you know what I'm saying? The big booty. That's naturally Puerto Rican girl stuff. And the straight nose. Kim Kardashian didn't have a natural. If you look at her old pictures, she had the hook nose. I think in Spanish they call it aquilina. They call it I can't remember, but it's when you have a hook nose and she wanted to get rid of the bump in her nose or whatever. A lot of Puerto Rican girls just got a straight nose from the jump. So the way Kim Kardashian even did her body and got surgery, to me, was to look like a Puerto Rican girl. So I've been there, done that. That's why I'm not impressed by Kim Kardashian like a lot of dudes get into the industry, the NBA or whatever they at, and they want a Kim Kardashian doppelganger. I don't want that because I've been there, done that, and if I wanted it, I'll just date a Puerto Rican girl, keep a G with you. But the way I'm at right now, since, I've dated a girl for 3 years that's from Puerto Rico, and she had fair skin, and, I've enjoyed that, and, I find that attractive, but I'm more of a dude that kind of like the dark-skinned Dominican type girl. I find that much more attractive. That's just me. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And, I so that's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I would want a girl who's submissive. I'd want a girl that apologizes. But to me, that's from the culture side of things. It's not from the race side of things. And we confuse that a lot because a lot of people want to just generalize all black people from one culture and all white people from one culture. That's not true. I moved from the hood to a poor white suburb. And what I realized is I live with poor whites and I lived amongst poor blacks, and poor people do poor shit. Was a white suburb that I went to. When I meant by poor, it wasn't poor like the sticks, but it was lower middle class. It wasn't I wasn't in a trailer park, right? So I'm not saying poverty white people. I'm just trying to say I'm trying to lower, literally some of my friends, they grew up in an apartment, a 1-bedroom apartment their entire life for 3 people. One of my childhood friends, he was white, and his mom was like, "Why your friends always come to our house, our apartment, when they live in big houses?" And she was true. I was living in a big house in a poorer or lower middle class white suburb. And I kid you not, this dude lived in an apartment his entire life. In a 2-bedroom apartment, he shared a bedroom with his 1-bedroom apartment. He shared that 1 bedroom with his brother, and his mom made a makeshift bedroom out of the living room. I kid you not. And that's how they got by. That is some of the poorest shit I've ever seen in my life. 3 people sharing a 1-bedroom apartment. Facts. These are all truths. You know what I'm saying? So I say that to say, it ain't just one culture for whites or blacks. You got to find a girl you're attracted to that's from a good culture. She's from good stock. She got a good daddy. She got a good head on her shoulders. And she knows how to submit to a man. That's who I'm going for. You know what I'm saying? And Paul Pierce, if you watch this interview, I'm going to put a link to his channel, which, by the way, is so funny. His channel, and this video is from February. It's not even from, like, it's going viral now, but this video is from, like, 3 months ago. And it's popping now, you know what I'm saying? And then the video itself didn't even get that many views, you know? And the channel, the channel itself only has 6,000 subscribers. So they got less subscribers than me, you know what I'm saying? So it just goes to show you, YouTube is a hard gig no matter how famous you are. And that's what I like about YouTube, is a great equalizer. If you guys want help with YouTube, I am coming out with a YouTube course very shortly. I think it's one of the best ways to build yourself as a black man, to share what you know and to get paid for it. All right. Other than that, like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I'm dropping my ebook soon. Be attractive and shut up. It's to help you transform into the kind of guy that gets the girls that he's attracted to easily, effortlessly, without even trying. Okay? That's what it does for you. It helps you become the guy who gets the kind of girl you like effortlessly. And I've known how to do that because I still do that to this day. And it's getting, as I get older, it gets easier and easier for me because I'm more and more fit, I'm more and more experienced, and that to women is more attractive. Okay? Like the video, subscribe to the channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see y'all over there.